There we are. This is the Hampton Hotel in Llandrindod Wells. Lovely morning, and as you can see, there is a restaurant worth your salt attached to it, which is currently closed. The hairdressers on the side as well. Bar in the back, and there's quite a few rooms in here. So I know we're at 29, so I think it's about 30 rooms. But the Hampton Hotel, Llandrindod Wells.
As you can see, this is the reception, which is reasonably nice, and then there's the steps going up if you're on one of the top floors, and I've got to say they are quite narrow, and it's quite a climb up, as you can see, especially if you've got lots of bags and things.
So this is room number 29 on the top floor of the Hampton Hotel in Llandrindod Wells. Sorry if I don't pronounce that very well. It is quite a small room, to be fair, but let's go around the room and have a look from as you come in. You get a small bedside cabinet, and it is small, with 2 drawers. The bed, which is, well, I mean the headboard's not okay, but it is a bit hard. Picture on the wall.
Passing the buttons.
Yeah, the buttons were all undone when we got here. They've been done up now, but it was all just kind of thrown together. Another small cabinet this side. Not much room to go down here. As you can see, it's it's a bit tight for space in the room. Bizarrely, there's a switch on the wall by the curtains for the lights. There's a net curtain here, which is very dated. As you can see, the window frame is rotting away. The security device that's supposed to stop you opening the sash windows is not secured. We're all rotten across the top here as well. The curtains are, well, very 70s. Then you get a table, bedside table, sorry, a little desk table type of thing, with a small kettle, which I've got to say was new. It had all the cups and stuff inside it. They don't provide the wine, that's ours. There's a bit of information about the hotel. We did go for a kebab last night in this Indian takeaway kebab place, and I don't recommend it. It was crap, to say the least. Then they provide cups and glasses and some coffees. We brought the Nescafe ourselves. Small mirror. Now this desk is less than secure, to say the least. You get a small bin, chair. The heater itself doesn't work, so they provide this electric one, which my good lady had on in the night, and it was like a bloody sauna. Then you have a TV on the wall. It's a tiny TV, well, a small one, I wouldn't say tiny, but from back here, you need to have binoculars to see it, or pretty good vision. It's not very, it could be a bit better than that, or it could be mounted somewhere else. And I particularly, as you know, hate all these wires. How ugly does that look? You know, for all it needs, they put trunking down here for these wires. All that needs is a little bit trunking. And there's a useless mirror there you can't get at. A mirror on the door. Tall mirror there. Now, one of the big problems with the room is there's lack of storage. You get these, as I said, these little bedside cabinets, 2 of them. No other storage over there. And you get this cupboard. No ironing board, no iron. Hanging rail at the top with some bent and twisted hangers, but no shelf. I mean, if this was a bit lower, you could put a couple of shelves in here. So we've ended up all our stuff thrown on the floor in the cupboard, really, because that's the only place to put it, because there's no kind of storage anywhere in the room other than that, or throwing it all over the bed or the floor or something. Anyway, then we move on to the toilet. Let's turn the light on in the toilet. Now, I'm not a slimmest of guys, but it's tight in here, I'm telling you. It's a bit... So you get the toilet, which is reasonably clean. It does run on for a long time when you flush it. Toilet roll on a roll, well, the holder's pretty rusty. Sink, which is fine. They do provide soap and towels. Then you've got this old cup and toothbrush holder thing here. I can't stand, get rid of that. To pull it off, put a shelf across here or something. Mirror, a light which does work. The shower, which all looks reasonably clean. Yeah, there is a bit of mess on it, but it's not too bad. The light, which has got, you probably can't see on there, but dead stuff in it. And where's the tube, the pipe going up into the ceiling, it just left a big hole. Instead of just cover it with a bit of board and splash of paint. A couple of screws sticking out the wall there to catch yourself on. And some towels which are clean, but they're not the softest of towels on the planet. So, that is the room. Do you like it? What do you think of the room?
It's alright. It's very basic and very basic.
And I didn't mention, it's £66 a night we paid for the room. Well, £66 we paid for one night and 60 for another night. But it is very, very basic. What can I say? But like I say, one of the good things is if you are a biker and you're coming here to stay at Llandrindod Wells, there is secure bike storage which doesn't cost anything, which is really good. The bar is nice and clean, and quite cheap, I've got to say. A Guinness and a fruit cider was about £7 something, which was about the same price as the British Legion here in Llandrindod Wells. So that's quite good. And this is a spectacular view out the window. Very nice, eh? Bit of mould. Certainly could do with the clean, couldn't they, the windows?
And this is the bar area. The bar is actually quite nice and is well stocked with various spirits and beers, as you can see. And this is the breakfast area. Breakfast is coffee, tea, orange juice, and there's a cooked breakfast as well. The cooked breakfast was okay, the sausages were a bit bland, and the bacon it was only just showing the pan, but it was reasonable. So where can you visit in Llandrindod Wells while you're there? Well, there is the National Cycle Museum, which is home to 260 cycles from the 1818 hobby horse, Victorian solid-tyred machines, classic lightweights, and even the latest carbon fibre designs. There is also the Radnorshire Museum. The Radnorshire Museum collects, preserves and interprets the rich cultural heritage of the old Shire county of Radnorshire. In its collection there are such things as geology, natural history, social history and fine art exhibits. There is also the Thomas Shop Museum, which is deeply embedded in the history of the culture of Radnorshire. The Thomas Shop is a unique blend of old and new. The museum shop will excite nostalgia for those who remember a time when shopping was a cultural experience, an opportunity to learn and connect with the past for the younger generations. There is also the Royal British Legion Club in Llandrindod Wells, which is a fantastic club serving many wines and spirits as well as coffees and beers, soft drinks, and they have regular events on, shows, singers, live music, bingo and various other activities going on, and it's well worth a visit if you're in Llandrindod Wells. You'll find that the staff in the Royal British Legion are very friendly, and you will sure get a warm welcome. Okay, so how does the Hampton Hotel in Llandrindod Wells score on the Chatter Score scale? Well, let's start with parking. If you're a car driver, there isn't a fantastic amount of parking around the hotel. However, if you're a motorcycle rider, then they have got secure parking at the side of the hotel, which is very good, and there's plenty of room in there for 10-20 bikes or more. I believe that they are going to do some work on that and make it even more accessible and make a bit more space in there, so that is reasonably good. Food. The food was acceptable. It wasn't of a very, very fantastic standard. The breakfast was mediocre. So the bacon had hardly been shown the pan. The sausages were only a cheap sausage. A few beans. It was a bit like a kiddie's breakfast, really. It wasn't very big, but it was acceptable. Staff. This is one of the plus points of the hotel. The staff were all very, very friendly, all very helpful, and you can't fault the staff at all. So that was one of the good points of the hotel. Cleanliness. This is where things start going downhill a bit. The room itself could have done with a good clean. The sheets on the bed weren't fantastically clean. The curtains were dirty. The windows were absolutely filthy. And there are other areas that could have done with a bit of a clean. Attention to detail. Again, this is somewhere where the hotel falls on its face. Old fittings in the bathroom that are all kind of wooden cup holders that are decaying, mould on the windows, screws sticking out of the walls, keys that won't fit in the locks very well. It could all do with a bit of attention to detail. Comfort. It was okay. The bed was a bit hard and lumpy, but the room was okay. It was comfortable enough. I did manage to sleep okay in there, so not too bad. Value for money. Well, given that it was £66 a night, you know that you can pay a lot more for a lot worse. So I would say that it is reasonable value for money if you're just stopping for one night, compared with some other hotels in the local area which are asking up to £200 a night. So if you're just stopping for a night and you want somewhere to park your motorbike and have a breakfast in the morning, then it's reasonable. So what is the total Chatter score then? Well, given that the hotel lets itself down on cleanliness and attention to detail and the breakfast a little bit, the total Chatterbelt score is 6 out of 10. I hope that you've enjoyed my video. If you have, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, which all means a great deal to me. If you have got a hotel, a B&B or a product that you'd like me to review, please do get in contact and I'll be glad to review it. Until next time, take care.